let's go.
Hey.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're here.
Yay.
It's astrological
May.
forecast time.
Yes.
Whether or not I include our little cheer, if I did in the edit, we brought you in with some enthusiasm.
Woohoo.
But we are
It's
here to talk about the cosmos and what they're dishing out for us from May 28th to June 18th. And we've got some juicy stuff. We're getting into summertime. We've entered Gemini season. That's exciting. So that energy has shifted, moving from earth to air, all that goodness. But yeah, Adrian's going to walk us through all the interesting things coming up.
yeah, I mean, this has been a well, we're okay, so you got the bookend for May. You got the full moon and the full moon, the beginning of the May, and then you
Hmm.
got the end of May. So you got that bookend of illumination. Here you are stuck in the middle, not able to hide anything. So some things really needed to be released, and the focal point was just brought on you from all angles. So that's definitely something that's coming into play. But an energetic, busy month too. So May was an energetic, busy month. And July will be an energetic, busy month as well. So as we come into June, I would say, take some time to just kind of breathe a little bit because it's going to be bookends of energy as well. So, with that bookend illumination, it's like you can't unlearn what you've learned. You can't unknow what you now know about things that are no longer serving you, things that are no longer aligned to you. And you can't go backwards. You still know that they're not aligned with you. So at some point you got to make some kind of action towards it. And the cosmos are kind of saying and suggesting make that movement. And the discomfort is going to come around trying to ignore what you've learned, trying to ignore what you've now figured out. Okay.
That's why people go to the bar.
Yeah.
That's why people go to the bar. Absolutely.
I mean, that's one
Um,
way to pretend you haven't learned anything.
I guess. But
Yeah.
then you wake up and you don't feel well, and then now you've got that on top of not doing the things that you should have did. Um, so May 31st is the last full moon of May, and it's called the blue moon. So I want you to kind of take in that visual of that blue moon actually being a reflector, an actual mirror for you. And it's a time for you to say goodbye and to take one final look at that whatever wasn't serving you. One final look, one final time to be in appreciation for it, acknowledge it, hold no judgment around it, hold no criticism around it, because it got you to where you are. Okay. But it's time to close the chapter. So as you're going through this full moon on the 31st of May, it's in Sagittarius and it's reminding you to reach and expand in your truth and your adventure. Now, there's a certain amount of courage and confidence that has to come along with now saying goodbye to something that you've been holding on to for so long because it has served you in some kind of capacity or another. So when we think about all those things and we think about the aspects that are going on with this, like this full moon is also in a trine with Neptune and Saturn. So you've got lessons learned. A trine is a pocket of opportunity that you have to reach for. Okay, it's there, but you kind of have to reach for it. So we've got lessons that we've learned. We've got that maturity of Saturn as well. And the lessons learned, what the maturity has brought from the lessons that you've learned. That's one of the things that Saturn is holding on to. That's one of the things that Saturn is saying, reach for this, because you've got a certain amount of maturity that you've grown through based on the lessons that you've learned. It's a mastery of self. Okay. And with Neptune being in a trine with us as well, and we could just keep it simple. Neptune is about dissolving. So you have something with you that's going to dissolve away these old things that are no longer serving you in the capacity that they used to. And then you have that Saturn energy with the lessons learned, the mastery of, the maturity of those lessons. I realized I needed to go through that in order to be able to do this. So those in a wonderful conversation and as your wingman for this full moon that's telling you to let go of something, acknowledge, accept it, let go, because it's time to make a pivot. It's just beautiful, beautiful energy. And it gives you that sense of confidence as well. There's also an asteroid that's in a conjunct with those two signs, but I'm not going to go into that. But this particular asteroid is very strategic. She's confident. She knows how to plan stuff. It's not about the BS with her. So to have that in a conjunct energy, along with all of these others, that maturity, that disillusion.
What's her name?
It's a
Is she a
mystery.
Virgo?
Tell us.
Pallas Athena. Pallas Athena.
I knew
Oh.
it. It was Athena.
Yeah.
That's my goddess.
And you know,
She's backing you, girl.
they're all encouraging you to own that truth, to actually take it and keep it in a place where you're now looking at it and finding the truth of it, being comfortable in that truth because it's now yours. Okay. It's long standing, which means do the work. It's do the work because this is your new normal. This is your new normal. You've got Uranus here now. Sudden changes, awakening. You've been awakened. It's now in your complete awareness. What you keep hiding, go drink if that's what you choose to do. But to what point? Like there's a purpose. There's something that you're trying to get to, whether it's something tangible, physically tangible, whether it's a project, whether it's a workshop, whether it's something you're trying to grow within. But in order for you to do, you do have to do some of the work. Do as much of it as you can in small parts to keep you comfortable. But if you take the cosmos as kind of like the flag poles of, oh, this is what I could be working on now, and looking at that and kind of digesting it, it makes it a little bit easier to take bite-sized pieces of it. It's a truth conversation that you're having with yourself, which can cause a certain amount of discomfort as well. But there you have
Gotta
it.
have them.
So
Gotta have those
you
truth
gotta have,
combos.
because something's got to cause you to pivot. If you don't
Yeah.
pivot, you're kind of like standing still and you're stagnant. So when we have the sun, so when it's a full moon, you've got the sun on this side and you've got the moon on this side. And the sun in Gemini is saying, let's gather information. Let's gather. I just want to think. It's like hoarding information so much so that you can't become stagnant with it. And then when you've got the moon on the other side in Sagittarius, it's saying, okay, I'm glad you're getting all this information, but is it true to me? How does it benefit me? How does it expand me? And that moon in Sagittarius, because it's a full moon, so she's in charge of the theme of what's, I understand the sun, but the full moon's in charge of this one right here. And she's saying, we want to expand into what we've now learned about ourselves, what we've now learned about whatever that blank is. We want to trust in the truth that we've learned it. We want to expand and start to live in it. So there's no more fake it until you make it. You have now made it. Okay. You have created this truth because you've gone in and had that deep conversation with yourself. That is no longer aligned with me. I am good enough too. I am worthy of. I have confidence because I have done this over and over again so many times. I have done for others. I can definitely do for myself. So this full moon is asking you to look in that blue moon mirror and check the relationship that you now have to this chapter. When you're checking it, just take notes. I'm still a little nervous. I don't know how this is going to pan out for me. I'm still a little, girl, it's okay. Write it down. We're just getting into that relationship is having that conversation. That's all. It's not like, oh my God, I feel great about it. I'm all ready. If that's where you are, that's wonderful and that's great, but there's no judgment if you're not. The judgment comes from self. You create that. So that could be something that is no longer serving you. Hint, hint, hint. Okay. So when we have these oppositions, really lean on the fact that what the full moon is telling you, like, what are the benefits to me now? What is my true truth? Okay. And there's more. It's not just the full moon, Uranus has to get in there and give his little sauce to the whole thing too. So it's separating. The sun is separating. Uranus are a separating conjunct. So that means that they've already gone through each other. They've already had this conversation with each other. Sudden change is happening. The awakening energy is happening. So again, that whole notion of you can't unknow what you now know. Uranus has just dropped that little juicy nugget with you and just started moving on. Like, you can't even go, well, what? He's like, no, no, you can't. It's done. It's over. You now know. Okay. And it's just the conversation is just so that you can start to feel comfortable in this new skin that you have created through the many conversations that you've been having with yourself, because it's now June, like half the year's.
Crazy.
God, it's
That's
like half the year's over.
crazy.
And here we are with our main focus being alignment, 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 right? But just in case that wasn't enough of a kick in the butt to say, well, what is actually the plan of the cosmos? On June 1st, Mercury drops into Cancer. And he's going to be there. It's going to be there for about 10 weeks because it's going to go into retrograde too. So you're going to have this ability to have this conversation that's going to be softer, more nurturing. Mercury about communication, about speech, about learning, intellect. Cancer about nurturing, protection. So you're going to have softer conversations. So these conversations that came through for May that were like slapping you right in the face because you're in the middle, there's nowhere to turn. Full moon. They might have been a little bit harsh for you to think about, a little bit harsh for you to write down, a little bit hard for you to kind of like digest a little bit more water necessary to swallow it down. But now we're coming into the softness of this communication, this conversation. So we're going to have softer communications, softer conversations, softer perspectives. Please don't forget to have a softer perspective for yourself, for your words to yourself. Now, there's always two sides. There's so many different themes and different sides to when things are in a sign. So this is going to be a sensitive time too, sentimental, sensitive. So possibly being impulsive when something is said to you a specific way, maybe take a minute and think about it. Did they mean it that way? Ask a question. I kind of took it this way. Is that the way that you listen for the answer? There's going to be a lot more listening during this time. Listen to your body, listen to your co-workers, co-relationship, listen to your mirror self that you just found again in this full moon, this mirror full moon. And empathetic listening for self-support came through. And I was like, what does that even mean? But I don't, and that's what came through. So it's softening and nurturing, softening and nurturing. So take this time, take this 10 weeks and just soften and nurture around conversations, around intellect, collaborations with others, learning, because Mercury is also the player throughout a lot of the themes that are going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. Okay. So June 2nd through June 13th, we're going to be in a trine. There's going to be a grand trine every single day, June 2nd to June 13th. A trine. Okay. So a trine, when you have a grand trine, again, these are pockets of opportunity that you have to reach for. But when you have a grand trine, you've got a triangle, a beautiful triangle. We can talk about what the benefits of triangles are anywhere. And they're all speaking to each other. They're all holding hands with each other. They're all saying, this is our pocket of opportunity. Let's take that pocket of opportunity. Choice is yours. Discernment is yours, of course. So within this 11-day period, this grand trine, for 11 days, a grand trine. I'm just so excited. The first 2 days of this grand trine are going to be in Virgo. Virgo is going to be on the ascendant during the first 2 days of these. So you've got Uranus and Gemini, awakening, innovation, sudden changes in communication and intellect. The other part of the trine, we have Pluto and Aquarius, transformation, regeneration into a unique, authentic self. It's reminding you that the power is in the mind. Breakthrough power is in the mind. How you think, how you speak, how you create, all up to you. All up to you. You can be as unique with it as you want. All up to you. And then when you have Mercury on the ascendant is how you present yourself to the world, your physical appearance, what types of things you're initially attracted to. That's kind of like a fuzzy one, but it's kind of like like for me, people that were able to be calm and meditate for so long, that really attracted me. So that was one of the things I wanted to learn. So it's kind of that type of thing. But with it being with it being Virgo on this ascendant, we're looking at Mercury, the perfectionist, Mercury, the analytical. Mercury, I keep saying Mercury, not Mercury, Virgo. But Mercury is the ruler of the chart for those 2 days. Okay. You're well put together, you're a problem solver. So if you've got a problem solver as one of your wingmen that all you have to do is reach for in this trine, along with a transformation and regeneration energy, along with an awakening energy, all in a beautiful trine, you got 2 air and 1 earth. And the earth being Virgo, like if I love all the signs, but Virgo is definitely one that I totally appreciate because the analytical portion of it, and then this doesn't belong here, this doesn't belong here, I'm scooting this away. So super powerful. Caution to the overthinking, however. So I like that there's 2 airs. So when you have Virgo, can tend to be an overthinker, stuck, grounded. But then you've got that air, like pushing it along, like not allowing it to be an overthinker, not allowing it to be in that self-criticism stage or that paralysis of analyzing too much. Okay. That's just for the 2 days. Mercury's like, let me just add my sauce to this because I still have something else. Virgo still needs to do a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of dusting and shifting of some sand away. But then for the next 9 days, 9, Melinda, okay, it's going to be in Libra. This trine is going to be in Libra now. This grand trine will be in Libra. And it's now an air trine. So Libra on the ascendant is diplomatic, harmonizes, very elegant, very charming. It's a peacemaker, wants balance, wants justice, can be indecisive and codependent. When you have all 4 modes of your air signs along with you in your backpack, for this 9 days, it is encouraging you to really look at those things that you let go. You let them go. You're seeing them differently. But now we're going to see them with grace. We're going to see them for what they truly were as, the benefits of the foundation that they provided for you, the nutrients that they gave to you. And when you see them in this way, you start to really own them, appreciate them, and accept them in this way as well. Again, this is not fake it till you make it. You are here. You are in this whirlwind of a tornado that is spiraling in a direction that you want to go into. It's alignment, it's 11 days with this trine alignment. And then it's also a 9 days with it in Libra, which is about elegance and diplomacy and, softer words, but firm words. Like, yeah, it is what it is. We don't have to say it in this particular way. We're going to say it in a way that's going to make somebody able to drink it, swallow it a little bit easier, self even able to swallow a little bit easier. but we have 9 days of this. So this is what I'm saying. Like, this is a really nice time to just really settle in from what was going on in May with all that loud energy going on. And it's coming back in July, but you're going to be ready for it. And the conversations during these 11 days, they have Neptune involved as well. So when you have Neptune, you also have the dissolver coming in, kind of removing. So it's coming to me like you've got this jar. It's a beautiful jar. Whatever it was for before, it's all used up. It's no longer good. And you've got to peel the label off of it now. It's no longer going to be characterized or put into a category. Categorized, that's a word, in this particular way anymore. It's no longer a jar of hot pickles or whatever it was. You've got to get the label off of it now. So you've got that energy from Neptune. It's only role at this point in time. It's already been dreaming for you. And now it's bringing those dreams into reality. But it also is going to dissolve some of that crap away. Like, in order for this dream to take root, we got to dissolve something. So this entire air trine, this entire grand trine, Neptune is there just putting its little essential oil orange on it to help you get that label off. That's no longer what this container is for. So it's perfect. And then the moon is also having conversations throughout this entire air trine as well. So Neptune is doing its dissolving. On the 4th, June 4th, Neptune comes into a conjunct with Pluto in Aquarius, saying, I want to acknowledge my uniqueness. I need to acknowledge my uniqueness. This is what the moon is saying. It's like, and Neptune's like, I've been telling you this all along. Where you been? Whatever the conversation is, they're holding hands and they're going forward in it, in the uniqueness that we have now acknowledged and pivoted towards, because we've just been through 2 full moons, with the last one being that look in the mirror, look into a pond. Okay, so the 8th, the moon is in Pisces. So on the 8th, take the time to get a spa bath, do whatever you want to do. It's a great day. Take care of self, because we're jumping into Aries. And when we jump into Aries, it's now saying, I need disillusion, because now it's in a conjunct with Neptune. So now you have totally gotten every last piece of the label off of this beautiful jar that you're going to use to put whatever you want into it. Your frequency, your current frequency of a rose, let's say. So this trine is so perfect to be like here for 11 days, and the opportunity to really be soft with this new change that may feel vulnerable because it's new skin, when you have new skin growing. But you've got everything allowing you to, like, dissolve it. It's dissolve what it used to do. It would dissolve how it used to sit with you, how it used to trigger you, how you used to think about self. And then on the 12th, I'm not making this up, the moon comes into a conjunct with Mars, okay, in Taurus. And it's at 18 degrees. 1 and 8 is 9. So here we go, end of a cycle. So it's saying, and it's bringing to this conversation, I need comfort, I need security, AKA tangible, solid foundations. We kind of like, if you're coming from a place where I think I am this, and this resonates with me, and this is the way that I am now. I think this is in my alignment too. No, this is definitely my alignment. It's my choice, either let go of it or keep it with me. If I decide to keep it with me, there's no criticism around keeping it with me. Just wasn't ready to let it go. Wasn't ready to repurpose it in a different way. If you're ready to go, put it down into that foundation, and it's now tangible. And Aries being in Taurus is like, all right, I'm going to build it for you. And it's going to be sustainable because you've got that Taurian energy in there as well. So this is, I'm not even going to tell you what's coming up on the 19th, but this is just beautiful, because on the 13th, the moon now comes into conjunct with Uranus, and I want more awakening. because now they're in Gemini. I want more awakening, more awakening. But then don't forget that you want to experience the awakening stage of where you are now and expand on that, and not be like, okay, well, I just did that hurdle, so now let me go to the next one. Sit in that expansion for a bit, like really feel it, own it. If you're at the stage of just jump to the next, some people are fast like that, just like some people have fast metabolisms. Not me, but some people can go through changes just like that. And if you're one of those, that's great. I want more awakening. I want more awakening. The awakening can also be, you visualize it this way as the awakening. It's like, okay. And you come back and you read it a second time, and it's like, oh, well, that's a deeper level than that is also, I want more awakening. More depth into it is also considered awakening. And then we have the new moon in Gemini on the 14th. And with the new moon in Gemini, it's also another supermoon. So we've got two supermoons again. So we had the super new moon and super new moon bookending, and then we had the full moon bookending. So it's the scenario that's occurring through these 2 months alone is enough to boost you and just power you through to the next level, to the next evolution. Set intentions around accepting this new way of your awakening, this new way of your communication, your speaking, your learning. And I say that is because this new moon, the ruler of the chart is Uranus. So it's about awakenings and accepting those awakenings because there's more stuff coming. And that was the light part of the month. Chiron is going on afterwards. So that is your weather report.
Wow.
So cosmic weather report.
Beautiful.
That's a lot of really juicy, wonderful stuff. I got so, well, I got hooked into all of it, but I got so hooked in with the energy of May and the bookends of May with the full moons because I mean, we're mid to late May recording this. So I feel like I personally have really been feeling that, like, high energy, high shift, high movement of May. And so knowing that when we get to that full moon, that we have that sense of, um, I guess, completeness in a way to a cycle of what we've been experiencing in these last, 30, 31 days. Um, so I love that. And I love that we'll be able to access a layer of confidence and looking at what has served us, but we've let go of. I think when we're journeying through life and we know we have to release certain things for our higher alignment, when you don't have that confidence or you don't have that full understanding of exactly why, but you just know you need to let it go, that can be hard to process. So when you're gifted with that extra clarity and kind of understanding, that feels like a very beautiful moment to be able to like embrace and be thankful that you have more of that. And I guess I also want to like encourage people to really kind of sit around that full moon day, not, it doesn't have to be exactly on the day, but like to really make sure that you're taking time for yourself to be balanced and like maybe you meditate a little bit more, maybe you make sure you get enough sleep, like just making sure that your mind is in the space so that when those kind of thoughts come, that you are confident that you understand that's the clarity you're looking at and that you're not questioning and you're not second guessing and things like that. Um, because I think it's just going to be really beautiful. And I'm very excited for that. But I'm excited for everything in June too. And I'm excited for a little bit of like calm because I know people, all the astrologers online have been saying this summer is going to be a lot. And so knowing that we have a little bit of breather is great.
I just think of like that, all the air, like there's an opportunity for complete mental clarity.
Mm-hmm.
But the other side of the spectrum is complete fogginess because you're just so
Yeah.
airy and you just don't even know what's going on.
Mhm.
So to have 2 days where you can really like settle in with that Virgo energy, that earth energy, fixed earth energy of like, this doesn't belong, this doesn't belong, this doesn't belong. Again, it's the cosmos are really just setting you up in such a way that if your choice is to be in alignment, it's going to help you get to alignment.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And shout out to the asteroid. 'Cause I love
Pallas
Pallas Athena.
Shout out, girlfriend.
Well, any other last little notes, ladies? It's a great forecast.
Beautiful
Settle in.
forecast.
Chiron's coming.
Chiron's coming. Don't freak out yet, but Chiron's coming.
It's not a freak out, but it's definitely it's something.
But you can go
You know,
into
you're
the
gonna be
little
asked.
you can go into the little Cancer shell, the shell, and like
Protect yourself.
sit in there with the pearlescent vibes, and it's like you're a little protected. Have your zone of protection ready.
Zone of protection, frequency of protection.
There we go. Your own little bits of, self-nourishment and care and protection for sure.
Lots of water. Drink lots of water so things flow through you. Okay, this is what I'm going to recommend. Drink lots of water so things continue to move through. Kind of like, if you have a cold or something, drink lots of fluids, drink lots of fluids. It's going to help you stay hydrated because the wind of this air trine can dry you out a little bit.
We don't want to be dried out.
Yeah. Oh,
lovely. Okay. Well, thank you, Adrienne.
Thank you, Adrienne.
And listeners, let us know what stood out to you, what you think you're going to be focusing on as we move through May and into June. And get involved. Check out our websites. We've all got things going on. Our Instagrams will be below. But we are so appreciative that you're here, and we will see you very soon. Bye-bye.
bye.